So, in this episode, I primarily thought it was going to focus on Dazai and his battle with Chuuya. And through that battle, we'll get not only Dazai's background when it comes to the mafia group, but then also learn his reasoning for being there in the first place. Like, why did he get captured? But this episode is labeled Rashomon and the Tiger. So it's like, oh, okay, are we going to be focusing on them? I do think we're going to get some of Dazai and Chuuya, but I don't know if it's going to be the main thing in this episode. Obviously, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So without further ado, let's get straight on to it. Make sure the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, go.
Speed 20 knots, heading out to open sea. Don't you die on me, kid.
Why is it just him going? Like, I get why he's going, but like, just him being on a shipping container? Unless they think there's not going to be that many people, but you would think he'd be going up against Akutagawa? Yeah, because they think Dazai isn't captured. He's just trying to take himself out. Oh, jack's off. Is it me, or he's giving me Roman vibes?
Call that a punch! That wasn't even a massage.
Whoopsie daisy. I thought my arm would get destroyed there.
He blocked my strike at the last second.
We've known each other for a long time.
How long? 20 years. I don't know how old Dazai is.
Watch closely now. This is how you punch!
Is he really
Did
losing?
you really think you could predict all of my moves?
Or is he doing this on purpose?
Before I kill you, why did you let yourself get caught?
The main reason was for Atsushi. I wanted to know who was responsible for putting the 7 billion price tag on his head.
You put your own life on the line
And
just for
how would
that?
you learn that?
What's so funny?
What's that?
You should probably know this. Tomorrow, the 5 execs are meeting.
Impossible. They only meet to make decisions about the future of the organization.
This particular meeting is in regards to a letter I sent them the other day. You are not going to kill me after all.
Is he not an
only
executive?
that, you're going to give me information before leaving this room.
You think you can wiggle out of this? Your letter. What did it say?
Yeah.
Would you like me to recite it for you?
Yes.
Should Dazai fall, all of your secrets will finally be revealed. So yes, you've caught me, but you have a problem. If you kill me, a list of all the organization's transgressions will be released. The public prosecutor, he'll feel obliged to execute all the Port Mafia leaders.
How would he capture them though? I feel like they were pretty elusive.
If you kill me without their permission, your action will be considered unsanctioned and therefore a betrayal. You'll be discharged or executed. Well then.
Even so, why would he give up the information?
I'm waiting, Chuuya.
I mean, you don't have to kill him. You can just beat him up. Not telling you how to do your job, but I mean.
So this whole time you had set me up so you'd have the last laugh.
With a reunion this long in the making, I had to do something special. By the way, you realize you're the one who broke my chains and freed me, right? If I were to run away right now, I'm certain you'd be suspected of aiding my escape. I could make it look like someone from the agency came and rescued me instead.
Why should I believe a thing you say?
I never lie in these kinds of negotiations. I think you know that.
Bastard.
Ooh, nice.
Akutagawa's leading that operation. He should have records in the comm storage room on the 2nd floor.
How interesting! I had a pretty good hunch that was the case.
What?
He just needed confirmation?
You're such an ass. This isn't the end. Next time you won't be so lucky.
No, there's
No,
more
you're
seasons.
doing it wrong. Aren't you forgetting something?
Next time you won't be so lucky.
Huh?
Jeez, you can at least laugh!
The way Dazai can just control our conversation, I think that's his actual power.
Hey, did you come here to rescue me?
Is that a no?
Where am I? At sea?
This ship
What
is
about?
usually used for smuggling weapons, but today it's been reserved just for you.
Really? All these crates are empty? Seems ineffective.
I don't understand. Why does does this guy hate me so much?
Hates the color blue?
Let go of him now.
So ineffective.
You have two choices, Kyoko. Continue killing for the Port Mafia, or perish by my hand.
Those grapes, they were delicious.
Akutagawa was like, what? What grapes?
Where are you, kid?
No subtlety.
Atsushi, run while you still can.
Kyoko!
You had times. You had time to do that?
You're trying to die, aren't you? Is that man really worth
I mean,
sacrificing
honestly,
your
I'm
life
surprised
for?
she's still
Is
alive.
he?
I feel like Akutagawa, being the villain he is, would have just ended it already.
I'm safe now.
That ship will sink at any minute. You need to hurry.
No, you gotta go save Kyoko.
You fool! Don't cause more trouble than you already have. You have to let the girl go.
Nope.
We can't save everyone, no matter how hard we try.
There's nothing we can do.
That's right.
Doesn't mean you can't
We're
try.
not heroes.
Kyoko. She said the crepes
Ooh.
she had with me were delicious.
That's cool.
She was told humans who don't serve a purpose have no right to live.
She's right.
Atsushi! Run as fast as you can!
How'd you get so fast? Do you have... No? You don't? You don't got any of the power? Use her phone.
Curious.
What?
I had a feeling
No
things
glow?
would eventually end like this between us.
You're not gonna get that bounty. I can't forgive you for this.
This is the first time we're seeing
Sentiment is
his power
mutual.
without, like, the blue glow.
This is the same ability that stopped those bullets. My attacks won't get through as long as it's active.
Gosh, is this like, Gara and Bruce Lee? Rock Lee. Whoops. Okay, he somehow just has so much control over adapting his
thought
limbs.
so.
Not long now before this ship will sink. Using the explosion to propel himself?
How do you just learn that stuff?
Your ability's slow to activate. Your opponent's not gonna be polite and wait for you.
Ooh, Mafia Dazai, looking cool.
That won't be enough to survive in the Port Mafia. Or would you rather go back to being a stray dog in the slums?
Woof woof.
Before this ship sinks, I have to get her safely to Kunakita.
You turn your back. Why do you turn your back?
Why are you the one?
Oh, do you hate him because Dazai chose him?
Your technique and strategy are sloppy at best. So why?
Why is that fist so
Why did it have to
round?
be you?
Everything he uses is so jagged.
Really? My new apprentice is superior to you in every way imaginable.
Unacceptable.
You know what? So this is Dazai's
I
fault.
won't allow him to say such things. Higan Sakura!
That was like a 1,000 needles.
I've finally defeated him.
You're powerful. So then why did you have to use Kyoko like that?
I didn't use her. The sole purpose of her ability, Demon Snow, is to kill.
Deemed by who?
Whether someone is worthy of being alive isn't your decision.
Man, this guy is
Why
just
did you
taking
tell her
hits.
those horrible things? She didn't need to hear any of that.
Or he's taking more hits than
Make
Deku.
sure that I keep him at a distance.
Rashomon!
Just die already.
I'm surprised he hasn't.
Devoured space!
Shout louder. Here we go. Oh, gosh dang it, it's in the water. You're never gonna find him. I would say, oh, now you wake up. But even if she did wake up, there's no way she can help. She can't control her abilities. So I wouldn't doubt she just played knocked out for a couple minutes. Akutagawa. No? No Dopo Poet net?
You big idiot.
Yeah, smile a little bit.
Well done, kid.
Let's see here. Who in the world wants to spend 7 billion on a tiger?
Are you gonna recognize him or know him?
Is it really them?
They're late. The bounty
With the
approach
guild.
seems to have failed. Those mafia types sure are a mediocre lot.
Ooh, the great Gatsby.
It's a small setback, though. The promised land will soon belong to the guild.
Okay. New enemy joined the site. See, here's the thing about Kunakita. It seems as though what he usually does is he uses his ideals and stuff to not do things. It almost seems as though, well, so when it comes to his ideals, it requires him to assess the situation first before applying his ideals to the situation to determine his plan. The problem I think with Kunakita is that he always looks at the situation with the glass half empty. So I think his plans always steer towards, let's avoid the situation. So when it came to Atsushi saving Kyoka, I wouldn't doubt that the two main things that Kunakita was thinking about was, one, Akutagawa is almost impossible to beat, so that's a daunting task. Plus, on top of that, you have a time limit of the boat sinking. So you have Atsushi, who is basically a noob at fighting, at least I thought he was, going up against a port mafia leader. So I don't want to be too hard to Kunakita. I feel like most people would look at those odds and be like, hey, let's take our losses, because going back there seems like sort of a stretch. But once it did work out, Kunakita was like, good, this outcome was preferable. And this fight scene between Atsushi and Akutagawa, am I wrong? I feel like I must have missed a couple episodes. It almost feels that way. Because Atsushi's not only fighting technique, but the way he can sort of control his powers seems a lot more advanced than I thought he was. That makes sense. When he saved Kyoka on the train, to me, that was the first time it seemed like he was able to control changing parts of his limbs into a tiger, right? I think when he was attacked by Demon Snow, his arm turns first and he was like, oh, what? And then he used the legs to jump and save her. And now what seems like maybe a day or two later, he's able to fully control shifting his arms, legs, and growing his tail at will. So either he's a prodigy when it comes to his powers, or he just needed like a spark. And then he was thinking to himself, oh, I get it now. Almost like a mind muscle memory of where when you finally realize you could do something with your body that's like abnormal, you are now able to do it consistently, nonstop, maybe. That's the closest thing I can think of. But another thing is his fighting ability. How did he learn that? I would love to assume that maybe he trained with Dazai. We never got that though. So when he's fighting against Akutagawa, I'm over here thinking, where did all these moves come from? So I think if I were to give a negative of this episode, I think the fact that we saw Atsushi beat Akutagawa seems kind of a stretch, just based off of what we've seen Atsushi go through. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, in the past 9 episodes, if we saw him training, whether it be with Dazai or someone else, then to me, the fact that he's able to go up against Akutagawa would seem like less of a stretch. I don't know. I don't think we saw anything. And if it was just shoehorned in with conversation, then I must have missed it. And Akutagawa has Dazai daddy issues, in which when Dazai was in the mafia, he was training Akutagawa, and it seems like he was constantly just bashing on him. I like to think at the time he was doing it to better Akutagawa, but then that little jab a couple episodes ago that was brought up in this episode was fully meant to tick him off. As for if that benefited the situation, I don't know. But at the very least, I should not question Dazai's motives, because this guy read Chuuya like a book. So in order for Dazai's plan to work, he would had to have assumed Chuuya got the information Dazai was captured, and then assumed Chuuya would still have a grudge on Dazai to come over here and try to finish it off himself, so that he would use Chuuya's fight to not only escape, but also sort of blackmail Chuuya into giving him the location of the information he needed. All the while making sure that he is safe because of the letter he wrote the executives. So this guy pre-planned everything and was just waiting for the pieces to fall where they may. So this further proves why he was the youngest executive. It's not just because of his powers, but the way he thinks as well. And that leads us into this new group called the Guild. Obviously, by Dazai's expression, he's ran into them before. And if someone is willing to pay that much money for Atsushi, it's either he wants to capture Atsushi and use him, or the vibes that this is giving off is that he's just so rich, he collects people with rare abilities. And then we get Mr. Francis Fitzgerald, ability the Great Gatsby. What could that mean? Obviously, I know the Great Gatsby, but how is the power implied? Can we imply the power right now, or do we have to see first? But yeah, Dazai already knows about the guild. Already knows about, I'm guessing, Francis Fitzgerald. As for why Francis wants Atsushi, we don't know. If the name Francis Fitzgerald is anything to go by, he is not Japanese, but he's from America. I mean, which would make sense because the boat was headed off the country anyways. But anyways, that was my reaction to Bungo Stray Dogs episode 10. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. Because if we know anything more, put a comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.